Hey guys, I'm making this video because it seems like a few people had problems doing the C++ and a Python combination assignment. It was week 2 that we had to do it. Kind of sucks because if you don't get it, then you're screwed when it comes to another assignment, and I believe Project 3. I haven't looked at Project 3 yet, I probably need to. But I'm going to try to walk through this using a Porto, see if we can get it to work. So let's do this. First we got a Porto. I'm gonna launch it. I'm also going to be doing this all one cut, no editing, so sorry for all the ums or if I get stuck. Okay, so we got a Porto. Back to the instructions. First bit is downloading Python. I don't think we need to do that because they already have Python installed for us. You need to find include in the libs folder. This always screws me up because the remote desktop, I always click down here on my thing. So go disk Python. So we got 36 tech 32. They want 36 underscore 86. We'll ignore that for now. Back here, include in the libs folder. Okay, we got those, yes. Connecting Python libraries in Visual Studio. So now we will minimize this. We'll open Visual Studio. Let's see. I already started Visual Studio earlier, and I did a test run to make sure that this would work. I want to just create a new project. Wait, nope. Go. Where is it? Yep, new project. For some reason I thought it was solution. So we are going to do a console app. Next. Oh, also, if you can't find this, go here, C++. Will be in here, this console app. I think you could just, or you could just search it up here. This console app, it will select this one. Project name. On grade. Okay. This is something that threw me off the first time I tried to do this, but you're going to want to save it to a specific place. And it was actually in announcements for my class. It was this announcement specifically. So IT is instructing me that we should not get the access error previously reported if you save the project files you're working on the U drive. So we're going to make sure that we save drive. So we'll go find the U drive. You just go to this PC, scroll down. I want this one. Let's do new. Okay. Go in there, select folder. This wasn't checked for me before, but I just checked this. We got our project name, saving it to the U folder. Create, it'll build the project. Okay, there we go. We got our project. It's the next step. So from the Solution Explorer window, right-click on the project's title and then select Properties from the menu that pops up. So, like this. properties. Say we'll open the property pages window. Before you start adjusting your settings, make sure you set your project to release mode by selecting release. We're in release. From the menu on the left side of the screen under configuration properties, select VC++ directories. And then we're going to look for include directories. Come here, include directories. Click the drop down, click edit. Okay. Going to click the folder and the ellipses, folder, ellipses. Then we want the include folder from the Python folder. You're telling me I have a Java update. Okay, so we're going to bring up the folder that we had before, where we found our Python folder, in case you forgot where that was. So first we want to do this. You just do it in here. Where is it? C86 Python select. Should be the Python 36 TAC32. The instructions say 36 underscore 86, but this is what we got. So okay. Here, the property pages window, we're looking for library directories. Here, click the drop down, click edit, click the folder, ellipses. This is where we will put the libs folder. To C drive, program files 86, Python, libs. Now make sure you do libs and not lib. Select. Yep, we did that. Click apply and then click OK. Okay. So it says now we have blank space for the code. Make sure we change debug mode to release. To release. Then, so this is just the code that they want us to put into. Read all this. Then build and compile. Build. Yep. Okay. Once that is complete, right-click the project's title from the Solution Explorer menu, then open folder in File Explorer. Right-click this. Open folder in File Explorer. Yep, that's what we just did. And it says double-click release. So we made this release folder. So before proceeding, take a moment to observe what is included in this folder. Note that it contains the project's executable file. Now we're going to need to place Python DLL file within this folder, otherwise it will not be able to link to our Python libraries. Should have the exe, the application, Yep, .exe, so we're good. It says we have to get the Python DLLs, right? So we're going to go back to our Python folder. I want to grab the Python 3 DLL and the Python 36 DLL. I'm going to copy them and paste them into the release folder. Right click this, File Explorer. So we got our new window here. Go to C drive, program files 86, Python. We want the Python 3 and the Python 36.dlls. Copy, come back here, paste them. See what's next. So inside the release folder, you also need to create a Python file. Right click anywhere in the folder and select new text document from the submenu of options that opens. So this is something that I saw other people having issues with. When you go to create, so you go to new, they want you to do new text document. Name it something. So when you do the .py, it's supposed to turn it into a Python file, but as you can see, it's remaining a text document. I found the best way to get around this, delete that. If you go to here, to the search, type in, open up Notepad++. Print we'll make a quick Python file. Go to save as. Going to want to save this in this release folder. So take this, Control C. So go into the release folder, click up here in the navigation bar, copy this URL, come in here, paste it, hit enter. That'll take us to this folder. So we got thing. Save. I'm going to change this save as type down here to Python file. Our Python file. Save. So you can see it kind of like changed the text because now Notepad++ is recognizing it as a Python file. Close this. See, we have our Python file and it's actually a Python file. Okay, the next part. We did this. So now return to your Visual Studio project, right click on the source files from the Solution Explorer and select add and then click existing item. So this is just where we add this Python file into our Solution Explorer. So we'll go to source files, existing item, go into release, add our Python file. So now we can edit our Python file and our C++ file. Let's see, what's the next step? Basically saying now we have both files. So now it's time to link the C++ and Python files so the information can be passed back and forth between the two. I want to copy all of this and put it into our C++ file. Okay, Control V. Now I'm sure some of you, if you've gotten this far, you've realized that the code they gave us to paste into here is kind of garbage. put it lightly. Just throw some spaces in here. A bit easier to read. This can go back. It's part of this string, this line. So the first thing we're going to fix is all these counts. So Control F, search for count, and click this drop down. I'm going to replace it with cout. Replace all. All those are changed. Something that really threw me off is the quotes that they put in here. They're like fancy quotes, or I don't know how to explain it, but they're not the standard quotes. It's like if you, like I changed this one and you could see how this looks different than this one. So you have to go through and you have to change all of these to the regular standard quotes, and you can see the red error line went away. So we'll go back up to here. We'll copy this up here and we'll replace it with the normal ones. Saw 6 occurrences. Then we'll come and grab the closing quotes and do the same thing. Paste the fancy quotes up here. Replace it with the regular ones. Replace all. Should fix up a lot of these. Okay, so it should be good now. So that's our C++ file. Python code. Grab this. Okay, Control V. So it doesn't format it correctly, and in Python your white space is important. So we'll tab this. This is another thing that's going to throw us off. I'm going to leave this in here for now just to demonstrate something. You can see that these quotes are the same as what was in the C++ file. So we got our Python file. Now I'll run the code and check and see if it was successful. Go back here, we'll save all of our files. Come up here to build solution. So the build succeeded. We're in release mode. We hit the local Windows debugger. The console comes up, or the command line, the terminal, whatever comes up, and then it closes and you have some error that doesn't make any sense. This is where I got stuck for a long time. But then I tried doing something else, and that something is you go up here to debug, come down to start without debugging. Click this. So now our window stays up and we can actually see whatever error it throws. So this one, so you could compare this to what was supposed to come out, start 1 to this address 34 hello from Python. So we got start 1 2 and some address, module not found, error, no module named my first program. Of course, since it didn't find the program, it's not going to do the bottom part. So this is because it's looking for that module, specifically my first program, but that's not what we named our file. So our file is called our Python file. So we'll change that. Okay, we'll save, build, go again. Oh boy, another error. So go in again, we'll stop the debugging, go back to debug, start without debugging. This was another thing that threw me for a loop for a while. and it's basically saying there's a syntax error in the Python file. So when it calls the Python file and it calls the function within the Python file, like normally if you would go to this Python file and you would run it, or if we could actually run it, it'll probably throw you there. But anyway, so it's telling us that so our Python file, line 5, print hello from Python, syntax error. So line 5, there's a syntax error, and it's because of these stupid quotes. You can see when we change the quotes, it goes back like it's the proper color coding, I guess, say, for what it's supposed to be. So if we save them, we don't need to build again because you only build the C++ file. Debug. Start without debugging. Okay, so now we got kind of what it's expecting. What do we have in here? /n hello from Python. Go in here. Somebody type the new line. Debug, start without debugging. There we go. Start 1 to address, is it the same? Nope. 3, 4 hello from Python. So that's, see if we just run it in the local debugger. Yep, there we go. So that is how you get C++ and Python integrated using the Porto client and Visual Studio. Overall, the instructions kinda needs a rework. I hope this helps, because I know this threw me for a loop for a long time, and it took a lot of beating my head against the wall. I know there's still some people in my class still beating their head against a wall. Hopefully this helps all of you out. Yeah, thanks for watching.